will always be your son. No custody agreement can change that. But you've become like a stranger to him, Bill. You show up here and he doesn't know what you want, and it scares him.
So how is keeping us further apart any kind of solution?
He needs to know that he has a home that he can't be forced out of, where his thoughts and his feelings are respected.
You're exacerbating the situation.
I think you should go now.
You think your new boyfriend has the answers?
Go home, Bill.
I love my son. You know I do. There was a time when I was the only parent he could count on. When you abandoned him during your postpartum. Then again, when vodka meant more to you than love. I took care of him. I fed him. I changed him. I bathed him. I read him bedtime stories. I rocked him to sleep. That was me. Now, Will doesn't remember any of that. But you take me to court, and he'll know about it. And so will the rest of the world.
I'm not asking you personally to do anything. I know that family law is not your specialty.
Actually, earlier in my career, I worked child custody cases in Chula Vista. And my brother was adopted, so what happens to kids whose parents can't or shouldn't be with them always feels personal to me.
Well, would you be willing to talk to Katie?
Shall we tell Doctor you're ready?
I don't want to mess up the doctor's schedule, but I was hoping that... Oh, there he is.
Hey, yeah, I've been in the waiting room the whole time. I didn't realize you were already... Hi.
Mr. Spencer?
So we're ready now. Guess what?
What?
We get to see our baby today.
Yeah, I'm actually a little concerned about that.
Why are you concerned? What's going on?
Well, what if the baby looks more like me than you? Kidding. I'm kidding.
Liam, that is
kidding.
not
It's a joke.
funny.
It's a little funny.
So, Hope, are you ready to have a look at your baby?
Yes, we are. Doctor, this is my husband, Liam.
Yeah, we've met.
Oh. Mr. Spencer, may I please have a word with you?
Listen, Doctor, I think I know what that word is, and I promise you this is not what it looks like. Okay, it is what it looks like, but it's good. We're all good.
I never thought to ask Steffi who her OBGYN was.
Hey, you deserve the best, and Dr. Phillips is the best.
Gotta watch out for these sweet-talking men.
Too late.
I, assume you may have questions.
Questions not asked is my second specialty. Shall we begin?
That's my chair.
Oh. Thought you were off overcompensating for disappointing your kid.
Will wasn't having it. And neither was Katie.
Don't beat yourself up about it. You know, parents, they neglect their kids, you know, a little while for one reason or another. So what? Everyone survives.
I don't want to hear that word from you.
Oh, yeah? What, survive?
Neglect. Or the word custody.
Yeah, I brought reinforcements.
Hi, Carter.
Hi.
Where's Will?
He's upstairs watching a movie.
Good, then we can talk.
Sure, yeah. Do I have to ask what this is about?
It's about creating stability in Will's life.
And in your mind, that means going to battle with Bill.
Looks like we didn't do any imaging your last appointment.
I was supposed to schedule a follow-up appointment, but I kind of forgot.
You didn't do something you were supposed to do? I'm so disillusioned right now.
Well, it looks like Dad's gonna have to be on prodding duty.
Well, I mean, he didn't really know at the time.
That you were expecting?
Yeah, I had only just found out myself. I mean, he might have been here, just not with me.
Why don't you hike your shirt up to the rib? The gel, if it gets on your clothes, it's not gonna stain. It may be a little cold.
Hey, Doc. I realize the situation is unconventional, but I swear, we're good. We're all good. There's no shame and there's no secrets.
Well, I'm happy to hear it. It says a lot about the strength of character of all parties involved. But I'll ask you to remember that I can't discuss one patient with another.
Told you she was the best.
Is that?
It is?
I'm not seeing triplets. Hope you're not disappointed.
But everything's okay? Everything's as it's supposed to be?
You're looking at a healthy, beautiful baby.
So Katie wants sole custody, and you don't want to give it to her.
Of course not.
Well, why?
What do you mean, why? What kind of question is that?
I'm not encouraging it, but I mean, what do you lose other than the responsibilities? You still have full visitation. Katie's not going to deny you that. That way you can be the cool parent. Take the kid out for ice cream, ball games, amusement parks with water slides, leaving the discipline, the homework, and the adolescent hormonal storms to Mom.
No. No. I mean, what does that look like in 10 or 15 years?
I mean, he'll be all grown up, and hopefully by then you will too.
He'll be another young man walking through that door, breaking my back, accusing me of not being around for him and not giving a damn about him or his mother.
Do what you normally do. Give him a house.
Right? I mean, a beach house, you would think. But no, that hasn't worked out real well for me, has it? I'm not going to be that guy.
Oh. So you don't want to be what your father was to you.
Everything okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Good.
So, do you have experience with this?
Yes, but what I'm not is a child welfare specialist who can advise you whether sole custody of Will is right for you.
Look, I asked Carter to come along so he could evaluate whether you'd have a winning case if you decided to go for full custody.
Well, I guess for me, it's less of a question of whether I can. It's more of a question of whether I should. I mean, Bill may be falling down as a father right now, but he's had an entire lifetime where he hasn't been able to depend on anyone, and maybe he's still learning.
Or maybe he should learn that on his own time. Your son only gets one childhood. You shouldn't have to spend it disappointed and afraid.
I never thought it would look like this. That's our baby's face.
It's a beautiful face.
We should be able to tell whether or not it's a boy or girl in your next appointment, which you should make before you leave today.
Thank you, Dr. Phillips.
Thank you for everything.
All of this time growing inside of me, and I never pictured a face. And yet here I am, looking at the face of someone that I'm gonna love for the rest of my life. Along with you, which was also love at first sight.
So all of the X's are days when Will was scheduled to be with his father.
Looks more than fair.
Yeah, well, we've had shared custody.
Why are most of the X's red?
Those were days where Bill either canceled or didn't show up and Will stayed with me.
Let's put it this way. The gardener is more of a father figure than Bill.
What would Wyatt and Liam say about Bill's parenting style? That's what I thought.
The thing is, I feel like we're discounting a lot of the good things that Bill does as a father. I mean, he's very generous.
Oh, he's one of the wealthiest men in the state. If he would rather buy you a restaurant than sit down and have a meal with you, can you call that generosity?
Bill's world is my son's birthright, and
I understand you don't want Will excluded from that.
No,
I
I
totally
don't.
understand that. But you should be the one who decides how much time Bill gets to spend with his son, don't you think?
How much do you know about family law?
More than a little, less than a lot.
What you learned back in law school?
You are no doubt sitting there thinking if Katie dare files for sole custody, you'll crush her.
You doubt it?
With your parental track record, I mean, even your recent history is, yeah.
You're forgetting I have 8 to 10 judges on speed dial who have to take my call.
Yeah, but none of them are in family court, and if you find yourself in front of a judge that is, there is a very strong chance that you'll lose.
Back.
Hey, did your pregnant brain remember where the reception desk was?
Yes, I scheduled 2 more appointments, refill on my prescriptions, and I stole a folder.
You're going to hell for that.
I just don't want the photo to get smudged or crinkled.
Yes.
I know this might be all repetitive for you.
I'm sorry. Have we ever shared something like this before?
Never.
No.
Hey, it's yours too.
Yeah, but I like looking at you looking at it.
Gosh, you go through your whole life thinking that your mind is in charge of your body, telling it what to do, you know, when to sleep, when to eat. And then suddenly you realize that no, the body has just been steering the ship. Gosh. A little life born out of love. I love you.
I love you.
I'm so excited.
No one can accuse me of neglecting my son. I mean Will. And even if I was, I didn't realize I was doing it. How am I supposed to know what fatherhood looks like the way I was raised?
If you're thinking of using this as a defense tactic in court, don't. Judges are used to fathers who don't know what to do. There's no law saying an idiot can't have children. But most fathers, they know how to show up. Except for you.
You're a smart guy.
Yeah, right. Compliment after all these years, huh?
Well, maybe not the best looking guy, but you're a brilliant attorney. An IQ that has to be off the chart.
Yeah? So what now? What do you want me to do?
You got me out of a lot of jams, and you're gonna get me out of this one too.
And how am I going to do that?
You're gonna talk to Katie. Make her an offer she can't refuse.
Like Do you even know the woman? There's no offer that Katie can't refuse.
And you will put on a blinding display of passion and logic in the courtroom.
Dollar Bill, are you paying attention? You do not want this to resolve itself in a courtroom.
Well, no, of course I don't. You know who the cause of this whole thing is? Thorne freaking Forrester, convincing Katie that my own son needs protection from me. What, so a court battle, that's gonna protect him? No. No, all that's gonna do is expose him to the ugliness of people trying to take what doesn't belong to them.
I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm not blameless. Bill's gonna come after me if we challenge him.
He may not have right on his side, but Dollar Bill has a lot of money and resources.
Okay, but this isn't about winning or losing. This is about that little boy upstairs and how he moves through the world. You both knew my daughter, right? I dedicated my life to raising her as a single parent, but it wasn't enough. And I had tortured myself for years, wondering if I could have done something differently. Maybe, but Allie was never the same after the way her mother died. You have a chance to intervene before Bill's recklessness and neglect teaches that boy not to trust anyone that comes at him with love.
But he does love Will. He does. I know it.
Everyone loves their children. It doesn't make you special. Your actions count. Look how Will interacts with his father, okay? He's scared of him. You know, he's this guy that comes around, he's moody, takes him away from everything he loves, his mother and his comfort zone. You let this go to court, and we can take that burden away from him.
We?
Yeah. I want to make sure that Will gets the childhood he deserves. I'm also pretty fond of his mother, in case you hadn't noticed.
Katie, I'm happy to work up the filing for you. This is truly what you really want.
Thank you. I have to think about it.
Just remember, every day you wait, gives Bill a chance to say, if I was that bad, why didn't you say something before? Take control, Katie. Make Bill answer to how he conducts himself as a father.